Dobra, ludzie, lecimy dalej. Metalowa struktura.
I can see the structure. I'm in the right place.
Understood. Please continue.
Tylko co to za struktura? Czy ona już tutaj była? Czy to ona wywołuje takie u nas głupienie?
Got someone.
O. Ale strasznie wygląda futurystycznie to. Gdzieś jest lokalizator.
There's something on the ground.
Dziennik.
It's a journal.
O, proszę.
Cross-section?
Musimy skupić się zarówno na badaniach składu chemicznego wody, jak i na wierceniach geologicznych.
Measurements. These are Marit's notes. She must be somewhere close.
Please search the entire area.
No nie, jak ona też zgłupiała już. Warstwy gliny osadowej przemieszane z czarno-czerwoną substancją, nie geologiczną ani planetarną. Mają miliony lat co najmniej. Sojusz kosmolidarny, kwatera główna wspólnoty międzyplanetarnej, dywizja kosmiczna, układ słoneczny. Szanowna pani doktor Marit, niniejsza wiadomość jest w odpowiedzi na najnowszą konferencję międzyplanetarną. Chcielibyśmy zaoferować pani awans w przyszłej wyprawie Obelisk 03 na stanowisko astrogatora. Pani umiejętności i ogólne wyniki w poprzednich misjach potwierdzają pani gotowość do podjęcia kolejnego kroku w kosmicznej podróży. Liczymy na pani odpowiedź, kiedy tylko wróci pani ze swojej aktualnej misji. Sporządek Pixart. Nie, Pirksat. Oficer dowódcy dywizja kosmiczna. Okej. To jest gdzieś na górze.
I think I know where I can find her.
To jak tu wejść? Chyba tutaj. Nie widzę innego przejścia. Dobra, sprawdźmy to. Dawaj, Jasna, ty tu jesteś bohaterką. Mamy plecak. Ale tylko plecak, bez właścicielki. Oh my god.
Concerning.
I'm close, but I can't see her.
O, jest!
She's here. I found her.
What's her condition?
Marit, wake up. Wake up. Do you hear me?
No nie mów...
No. No vital functions.
What's
I
going
need
on?
to.
O nie, umarła?
2, 3. Come on. 1, 2. Nothing. Don't do this to me, Marit. Don't.
Nie poddam się.
Live, damn it. Marit.
Dawaj, dawaj, pompuj.
Breathe.
Doctor. Yasna.
No.
That's enough. Enough.
Jak już takie walnięcie nie pomogło, to już nic nie pomoże.
Astrogator? She's...
I know.
Co to są te gwiazdki tam w lewym dolnym rogu?
Yasna. We have to find the others.
Czy to był wybór moralny, czy
Of
coś?
course.
Podobno są tu wybory moralne.
Everything will be fine. All fine.
Ale co się stało, jak umarła? To mnie bardziej zastanawia.
Yes, I think so. You should be close.
Do you think... Koval?
Let's not assume the worst. You'll find it, Doctor. Alive. I'm sure about that.
Someone's here.
A co tu mi pokazuje jeszcze? Aha, ten plecak, tak? Tak. Ale tam mi coś pokazuje. No to musi być nasz załogant. Punkt orientacyjny. Kowal, idę. Mamy gejzery. Jakby nie pryskały, to by była dobra łaźnia.
Oh no.
O nie, on
Yasna,
też?
Status. Yasna.
He's also Koval. Don't do this to me.
Dobra, żyje.
You're alive. Did you hear that, sir? Koval's alive.
I didn't doubt it for a second, Doctor. What's his current state?
Checking. Parameters normal, yet he's completely unresponsive.
Chyba to jest głupiał. Ja to
Koval?
tak będę nazywał.
Koval. His eyes are so empty. Just like Krauter's. Koval, what the hell is wrong with you?
Are all the symptoms the same as Dr. Crowder's?
He's calm. Calmer.
Well,
Czemu to tak wibruje ten
now listen to me, Yasna. The
skafander?
lander is on its way, but before you get Dr. Koval on board, I want you to do something.
No słucham.
Yasna,
I'm listening.
please look around for his journal.
No jest
It's everywhere.
podarty.
In pieces.
Not good. Koval was in radio contact with Dr. Gorski.
Taking notes.
That's exactly why it's so important. These notes may help us find our man.
No dobra, no to weźmy, może coś tam wyczytamy z tego.
I'll go over them. But it may take a while.
Have you found it?
No, it's nothing about Dr. Gorski. Found them. Surprisingly accurate. He wrote down Gorski's every step.
Struktury rozgałęzienia znajdują się pod ziemią. Gorski sprawdza prawą odnogę. Masywny pionowy okaz wystaje ponad powierzchnię. Zbiornik wodny, struktury podziemne. Największe do tej pory w głąb wzgórza 150 metrów oflagowane. Widoczność z punktu 4, azymut 350, dystans 200.
Great. Let's get Koval to the evacuation area. Can you carry him, Doctor?
Won't be pretty hard in 1G. But the gravity here should make things a tad easier.
Chodź, chodź. Idziemy do obozu.
Got him.
O kurde, jaka siłaczka. Co jest?
The Underbot with Crowder is also on its way to the site. You'll need shortly.
The land is already descending. Damn. I have a bad feeling. It won't break into pieces, right?
The descent is proceeding smoothly. Don't worry.
Powoli, powoli tam osiądź. Trzymaj się, Kowal, ty papierośniku. W końcu papierosy odebrały ci kurde mowę. Widzisz? Trzeba było nie palić. Możliwe, że ten tlen tutaj jest cały z papierosów.
I don't get it. What could have led to all this? Crowder? Our dear Merritt. Now Koval. An unprecedented degradation of equipment. Recurring connectivity issues. It all has to be related somehow. On the other hand, how could it be? There's not much on this planet. Primitive life forms in the ocean, metal deposits in the ground. Although the latter got Dr. Gorski's interest for some reason.
It's crazy how everything's falling apart here. I don't know. Maybe we're dealing with some kind of anomaly. An atmospheric or magnetic phenomenon.
Wouldn't something like that show on the charts? All those measurements Gorski took?
I remember. Maybe he made a mistake.
No nie wiem. Dobra, zanieśmy go. Ten już jest na miejscu. O proszę, jak on się tu znalazł? Siedź sobie, siedź. Nic się nie przejmuj, wszystko będzie dobrze.
See you up there. Only Gorski's left. We might have made it quite far.
Agreed. Everything points to it.
I don't know how long I'll be looking for him. It might take hours before I come back.
We also don't know Gorski's condition, nor what he's going through.
I'll go back for Marit's body first. Take her to the lander.
But Yasna, Dr. Marit is already gone. What if we also lose Gorski?
I've made up my mind, Astrogator. I can't leave her like this.
No nie można tak zostawić ciała, no. Nie wypada, nie? Trzeba też zabrać. Pochować ją należycie. Też była częścią załogi. I z załogą nami odleci, żywa czy nie żywa, no. To są te moje wybory w tych dialogach. No dobra, fajnie. Chociaż nie czuję jakbym miał wybór, nie? Jakbym wybierał, nie? To po prostu takie moje płynne decyzje. Jezu, już myślałem, że jej nie ma, nie?
I should move. Oh, there's no time.
Yasna, come in. How are you feeling?
How do you think, sir? I'm managing. Somehow.
Forgive me, but I need to know if you're ready to continue your mission.
Ready? Well, please don't worry about me. Death is a natural process that every human being has to get used to.
Yasna, I don't expect you to be so...
But I do. Let's leave it like this.
Dam radę. Dopiero godzinka minęła na tej planecie. Może więcej, no nie wiem. Ale u mnie na pewno odcinkowo tak. Więc spokojnie.
I've served with Dr. Marit for over 2 decades. She was made of sterner stuff. The sternest. Many of us relied on her. I did.
Did you know that headquarters offered her a promotion? She would have been the first female astrogator in the history of the Commonwealth.
I had no idea.
Doesn't matter anymore, really.
Not entirely. Marit will be awarded posthumously.
O, no to super.
I'm taking you at your word, Astrogator. This could pave the way for others. And that's what she would have cared about the most.
No doubt about it.
No dobra. Kurde, te czerwone te, strasznie to wygląda. No dobra, połóżmy ją.
Please take good care of her.
Of course. Dr. Gorski's next. Let's hope he got out of danger in time.
It would be good to know what kind of danger we're talking about.
No dobra, to co? Do landing zone'u musimy iść, nie? Nie, czy gdzie? Gdzie mam teraz iść? Ty, trochę nie wiem, gdzie mam iść. No tak serio nie wiem gdzie. Może tutaj? Nie wiem. Strasznie rozległa jest ta powierzchnia, że tak powiem. Co to?
I'm
Flaga.
leaving the excavation site. How did he come down?
Czyli szedł tutaj, dobra, czyli dobrze idę. O chuj, dobra, tutaj zejdę. Tutaj sobie zejdę. Na spokojnie. Szukaj Gorskiego. No on też pewnie będzie taki otłumiony, omamiony. O.
I've got Gorski's signal.
So soon? It's unlikely to be him.
Then who?
Not
You were correct, sir. It's just our probe. It looks
Sonda.
inactive.
can't be completely broken if he picked up a signal. I'd say it's running in safe mode. Please try to power it on.
Do we have time for this?
It's for a good reason, Doctor. The probe could prove useful in the search. And besides, you'll see.
Okay. I'm opening the probe. Turning the systems on.
No, stop. Wait for my instructions. There's a button on the left side of the fuse box. Hold it, and then turn the dial again. Now go ahead.
Okay.
Slide records?
Correct.
I didn't know we had access to them.
You couldn't have known. This is not standard procedure. But as they say, extremis malis, extrema remedia.
Let's take a look.
O proszę, mamy. Mamy przebitki ryby.
A photo of the first days on the surface. They started exploring the littoral zone almost immediately.
They reported as much. Wasn't until the fourth day that comms failed.
Czwartego dnia. Rybki. Jest ta rybka. Jest to.
I recognize these structures. This is where they began to dig.
No i zaczęli kopać.
12 hours passed. 3 crew members are still there. Dr. Gorski must have left already.
We lost contact shortly thereafter.
Tylko gdzie on wyruszył?
The probe followed him, and he followed the detector's readings.
Going after those metal structures.
Mhm.
That's what I meant.
What's next?
No nic tu nie widzę. What the fuck? Co to jest za cień? Widzicie to? Ale jakaś macka czy coś.
Last slide. There's mostly noise.
Nothing in particular stands out to you, Doctor. They were digging and suddenly, poof, people are dead?
No need to shout, Astrogator. I'm just letting you know what I see. That's all. Hang on. An absurdly high electromagnetic field reading.
That's something. Sort of. What are the earlier readings?
Checking. Still high in the slide just before. And earlier, quite normal.
Wszędzie normalne. Bo na tamtym najgorzej jest, nie? Jakieś pole elektromagnetyczne wywaliło.
It happened in a matter of seconds. But there's nothing except dunes. Sand, a few rocks, a shadow,
Shadow.
another sandstorm.
No tak,
I
taki
guess.
cień jest strasznie
All
dziwny.
right, Doctor. Let's move on. You
Nie,
can
to
turn on
wygląda
the fuses
trochę
now. We'll take the probe with us.
jak cień jakiejś osoby, ale takiej bardzo dziwnej. Nawet nie wiem jak to nazwać, nie? Echo, cześć! Cześć panie Sondo.
Got it on my radar. Now I can give commands to the probe. And? What do you see? Is it working correctly?
It's not flying very smoothly. I guess it's still a bit broken.
Meaning? How?
It moves only in a straight line. Just up and down, then sideways. No complex moves.
Ah, don't worry about that. It's because I'm controlling it manually. I'll put it in auto mode. From now on, I'll follow you, Doctor.
Okej.
Oh, it'd be nice to have some company. I mean, apart from yours, sir.
1 second. That's odd. There's no data in the probe's memory. No ID, no nothing.
Gdzie mam tu
Give it a
zejść?
new ID. Name it, basically. After all, it'll be with you for a while. So, what's it going to be?
Huh. A name for the teleprobe. All right. I can think of something.
Copy that. I'm listening.
Może osa? Bailey? Luna, skoro orbituje wokół mnie. O, Luna pasuje.
Please enter Luna. L-U-N-A.
Done. Now, a few more tweaks, and you'll have a flying measurement center at your disposal.
I don't see these metal structures anywhere. The detector's measurement is very clear. I'm going straight on.
No crossroads? Branches?
Not yet. Just one thick, tangled vein.
Ciekawi mnie ta jaskinia. Co to, coś tu było?
I guess I found the first point.
You guess? You have to be sure, Doctor.
Well, I'm at the first clear branching of these structures, such as reported by Dr. Gorski.
All right. What happened next?
Nie wiem, zaraz sprawdzimy. Na razie tu struktura prowadzi tutaj. Dobra, idzie ona tutaj. No przecież to wygląda jak jakaś... Jezus,
Hey,
Luna! O.
There's so much of it. I guess this is the fourth point, where the massive structure was mentioned. Our flag should be at the top.
No to na szczyt. Chodźmy, Luna. Gorski powinien tam być, jak szedł za tą strukturą, nie? Tylko Luna, nie lataj tak blisko, bo zrobisz mi krzywdę. Opa! Umiesz tak, Luna? A nie, ty nie umiesz skakać. Umiesz tylko latać.
3, 2, 1.
The land is departing.
Yes, they're on their way. Thank you for your assistance. Without your help, it would have taken much longer.
What's the plan for the second flight? The same place?
That would work best. Certain, proven. When you and Dr. Gorski come back,
Kurde,
I'll
nie
send
wiem,
them
czy
out
będzie
the
łatwo
right way.
wrócić po tych skałach z nim, jak on będzie znowuż taki niepełno sprytny. No ale dobrze, no. Mam nadzieję, że się uda. Boże, jak to ładnie wygląda. Naprawdę, Polacy graficznie to naprawdę potrafią robić cuda, nie? Taka Polska mała. 50 000 ludzi. Przepraszam, 50 milionów.
The doctor discovered
Albo nawet
something new
więcej.
from here. Something he called bushes.
Krzakami.
I've heard that term before.
O,
In
widzę.
their conversations
Widzę
between
ten.
Koval and Gorski.
No, Yasna. You're the one who reported it to me. Right after you landed.
Seriously?
What?
Well,
Nie pamiętam tego.
I don't see anything like it now, sir. Wait. Koval noted down the...
Struktura zgałęzienia pod ziemią. Dziś sprawdza odnośnie... Ponad powierzchnię. Zbiornik wodny, struktury pod ziemią. Największy typory w głąb. Z punktu 4 zymu 4, 350, dystans 200. Oj, nie, ten guzik.
parameters. Azimuth 350. Distance 200 meters.
Copy
Gdzieś
that.
tam.
I'm sending the probe.
To będzie gdzieś tam.
Got it.
Czarne krzaki są.
I see the bushes.
And the doctor?
Hard to
Nie
tell.
bardzo.
Visibility is poor. It's gonna be harder than before. I don't know how the doctor...
When it comes to finding a safe route, there won't be a problem. But you'll have to get there on your own 2 feet.
I suppose the probe will carry out the first task. It's capable, yes?
Of course. I set the environment analysis mode. The probe will calculate the best route between your location and your destination. It'll guide you along the defined path. The calculations will only take a moment.
Okej. Dziękuję. Tam coś się pali. To jest lawa. No dobra. To chyba będzie trzeba tam iść. Ja już widziałem tu ścieżkę.
Hi, Luna. Lead the way.
Prowadź, malutka, prowadź. No pasuje do niej Luna, nie?
I must say, it's a clever device, this probe of ours. Hey, can it fly for this long?
Yes. Longer than you can stand on your feet.
Sounds like the perfect research unit. Maybe even better than a human.
Well, let's not exaggerate.
Of course, I wasn't being serious. However helpful they may be, they're still just tools in the hand of man, often faulty.
No, bunt robotów będzie, to będzie. Będziecie się, kurde, będziecie żartować. Detroit Become Human, kurde. Pamiętajcie, bez słowa grałem. Tak dobra gra, że aż na końcu zjebałem ze stresu. I do dzisiaj mnie to prześladuje. Jak zabiłem karę. I nie udało mi się pokojowo niczego ugrać.
We have a problem.
Something serious?
Mamy
I already
kotwiczkę.
mentioned the faulty machines, right? Well, the route determined by the algorithm goes over a chasm.
Dobra, przechodzimy już.
No, I'll go around.
Unfortunately, this is an outdated model. Such mistakes are inevitable. But the perception module itself has already been greatly improved. Its accuracy increases exponentially.
Exponentially. Can you imagine us, proteinaceous creatures, developing so quickly, sir?
No, not in the course of evolution. You can't perfect a person like that.
That's right, you can't. We wait thousands of years for visible changes.
Oh, have you started to fear for your position?
Well, everything indicates that the clear distinction between humans and robots will soon disappear.
And then what?
To są możliwości ludzkości, maszyny zyskają swoje prawa, roboty zaczną tworzyć roboty.
Well, if we assume that they'll surpass us, things will get complicated. Because in order to program a brain with computing power equal to that of a human, you need a brain with computing power higher than that of a human. Ergo, a man cannot make a machine smarter than a man.
Then who else would design it?
Self-learning algorithms? Some spontaneous process?
Gladys z portala.
Pure chaos. Something inhuman, that's for sure. Shh. Astrogator, can you hear that?
What am I supposed to be hearing?
That's the point. Nothing. Silence. We're talking about robots, and Dr. Gorski still hasn't spoken on the channel.
Well, then he
No.
must be a long way from here.
Albo już dalej też jest niepełnosprawny jak tamci, kurde, więc...
Dr. Gorski, are you here somewhere?
W ogóle jaka zmiana, kurde, klimatu, nie? Tutaj już są takie krzaczaste te... Boże, ta planeta naprawdę jest ciekawa. Tam gejzery,
These bushes
tam
are
burze.
kind of weird.
You better stay away, Doctor. I'd like a brief description.
A może to przez te właśnie te...
Allow me to use a language I would use to describe
One dają
living
jakiś
forms,
dziwny
so-
tlen.
Of course.
So they look like pituitary, brush-like formations. They're high, more or less, from 1 to several meters. They grow out of cracks in the bare rock. They can be singular, though in some locations they create a uniform thicket that covers the walls of the ravine in a rusty brush-like layer. That's how it looks, to put it briefly.
Would you also venture to guess their significance? Some function, purpose?
Nie wiem, naprawdę. System obronny. Pozyskiwanie energii.
Staying on the topic of biological analogies, which in itself is already a major scientific distortion.
Yes, I understand. These are not real plants.
But if they were plants, those protruding parts climbing up, they would serve to obtain energy, mainly solar. Astrogator, Gorski's not here. I'm afraid he continued to explore.
Kurde,
And if he
głęboko
went where
wszedł
I
gościu.
think he might have lost contact with the camp as well as Dragonfly.
So we will most likely lose contact too.
Possibly. Well, there's only one way to be certain.
No nie ma
It's
innego
your
wyjścia.
decision, sir.
Please continue your search. We have to find him.
That's the unwritten rule, isn't it? Under no circumstances do we leave anyone behind. The line's breaking up, but I understood.
O Boże,
I'll
muszę,
let you know, sir, when
muszę
I come
przejść.
out of the tunnel.
Muszę przejść przez te... Nic mi nie robią? Smyrają mnie trochę po pusi, ale... Oho! Kolejne wspomnienia.
Altitude 24,000.
O, proszę. Nasze pierwsze lądowanie. Na pomoc, jak lecimy. I jak, czemu ona tego nie pamięta? Co się tam stało po drodze? Jakiś był wypadek, czy co?
Already at 12,000. Throttle down. 30 seconds till touchdown. Everything's looking good. Over?
Roger that. All systems work.
Altitude 5,000. Ignition 10%. I recall data dropout, but otherwise still looking good. Entering final.
Podoba mi się te pikanie.
Copy. Entering final.
Fuck. Ale pukło.
Hopper has landed. I repeat, Hopper has landed. Astrogator, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Any side effects? Landing wasn't too hard on you?
All good? Spine still in one piece. No signs of overstrain. Not even shortness of breath.
Perfect. Hopefully the hike to camp goes just as smoothly.
Mhm. Z tym już nie pójdzie smoothly. To już wiemy.
Outside.
Visibility?
100%. The dust has already settled.
Chrząszcz.
I've located the second lander. Our people are still on this planet.
Very good. I was afraid they might try to fly off, which wouldn't be the best idea given the loss of communication with Dragonfly. What about that lander, Yasna? You think our people tried to fly away on it?
I seriously doubt it. Looks like a bad malfunction to me.
But I'm taking Hopper out of here. We can't afford to lose this lander too.
Kontynuuj marsz na obozu.
Astrogator, I don't know what we expected. Coming here at the end of our expedition. The equipment is barely working. If it works at all. And you, sir. You barely escaped alive. Okay, I admit that we have a very successful campaign behind us.
Whoa.
But I feel like we've used up all our luck. And now, we're asking for trouble. It's just one planet too many for us.
Which doesn't change the fact we're here. Let's focus on completing this mission. There won't be another.
Musiała gdzieś tutaj spać.
It better be that way. We have the right to come home at last.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with such a law, but there is one thing I can refer to when we find ourselves in a difficult situation. If the continuation of the mission
To jest
endangers
ten
the
brzeg,
lives
nie?
of the crew,
No.
the provisions of the imprimis homini law apply. First and foremost, the safety of people is what matters.
It's good to know we have this right, but I wish we didn't have to use it.
No ładnie to wygląda, ładnie.
Whoa.
No.
Damn, you were right, Cobble. It's beautiful here.
No bardzo, bardzo. Szkoda, że to tylko zachęca do kolejnej eksploracji, a potem was wciąga w pułapkę. Fato Morganen. Flaga.
an object in sight. This is where they searched the ocean's biocenosis.
Meaning, oh, where they caught that fish, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
They stopped here first.
Czy mam wrażenie, że ta ryba jest
Walked
jakoś
along the
bardzo
coastline
ważna.
northward.
Correct. But I think you might consider taking a shortcut towards the east, straight to the camp.
Just need to find the right route.
No wiem, jak mam iść. O!
They stopped for a break.
How do you know? Are there any signs of the crew?
I found a cigarette butt and a pack. Someone was smoking here,
So, they didn't give a damn about the regulations.
disrupting the ecosystem.
That's not the point. I understand you want to minimize the effects of our interference here, Doctor, but the mission's safety is at stake. I don't think I have to explain to you the dangers of igniting a dusty atmosphere. Preserving the integrity of Regis III's already extinct ecosystem is not a priority in this scenario. Negligible, actually.
Regis III is an alien planet, Astrogator. Extinct or not, we shouldn't act like we own the place.
Dokładnie.
Because of this kind of attitude, the Anthropocene will become the fate
Nie
of
wiem,
every
jakie tu są
planet we
zasady.
step foot on. Excuse my interruption, sir. Can you please confirm that I'm on the correct route?
Yes, I confirm. This rate will reach the camp within an hour. So, continuing, you probably sound like a simple soldier.
Jakie szybkie przejście dialogowe, fajne.
Let alone killed.
That's quite right. In the biological sense. But you never know what you'll face on a mission. Will our knowledge prove sufficient to comprehend what's alien to us? Or will we ever begin to understand it all? We could even accidentally kill it. This route may be faster, but it's not the easiest. Anyway, back to our conversation.
Especially considering that we're talking about a harmless fag end at the far end of the known universe.
Right. Got a bit carried away. Still, we shouldn't behave recklessly on the mission.
On that we can agree, Doctor. Completely.
No niestety nie każdy będzie przestrzegał wszystkich zasad. Zasady są po to, żeby je łamać też. Wolę nie dotykać tej wody, nie wiem czemu. Jeszcze raz dotknąłem i mnie znowu głowa bolała. Się zgubiłem w burzy piaskowej. Są te krzaki. Aha. I pewnie te krzaki coś wywołują, jak mnie dotykają po tej pusi. Po tym skafandrze. Pusiomnezja.
Astrogator, I found a peculiar inorganic structure. It looks like some spiky metal growths.
Artificial plants? Is spontaneous growth possible with this type of structure?
I've never seen anything.
No to jak już o tym
like this.
gadaliśmy, to
I wish I had time to run some tests.
O, proszę, już mi się coś dzieje.
Stabilized, we will take samples.
I feel nauseous. Suddenly. That's not it. I
Tak, to coś przez te rośliny.
darkness. Hang on.
One coś wywołują. One wywołują jakieś kurde w naszym organizmie dziwne te. O, dotyka jej, widzicie? O. No. Właśnie o tym mówię. Cześć, Luna. Szliśmy na drugą stronę. A co to, co to, co to?
Are you there? Over. I guess that's a no.
No niestety nie ma zasięgu tutaj. Tak jak to zawsze w podziemiach.
Is everything alright?
Yes, Yes, all good. They're already in the infirmary on life support. You found them in time.
How about their reactions? Have they regained consciousness? I mean, maybe one of them said something.
Unfortunately, they're still unresponsive. I'll let
Fuck.
you know if anything changes. I'm doing an EEG on them right now.
No cóż, niestety, na razie się nic nie dowiemy. Mam nadzieję, że nas to nie dopadnie tak szybko jak ich. Będziemy bardziej ostrożni. Proszę, mamy
I
liny.
confirm Gorski was here. His rope is still hanging from the slope.
That's a good sign. Since he left it, he intends to come back this way.
To co,
Why
wchodzimy?
hasn't he yet? Going down after him. Tell me one more thing. When it comes to Marit, are you going to use a grave tapper?
Yes, I'm considering that as a possibility. And what is your opinion?
O fuck!
Just that report.
Przepraszam, ale cień ładny.
Oh, I'm at the end of the rope.
Isn't that good?
Not at all.
Tak.
What do you mean?
I'm stuck.
Czy on tu spadł?
I'm hanging with all my weight on the rope.
Nie no, musiał
Away from the wall.
zlecieć. Widzę tam
It's still
ślady.
a fair few meters after the ground.
On musiał zeskoczyć.
Using just my hands, strapped with all this extra weight. No, not a chance.
What if you sway?
I can just jump off.
Is that safe?
Chyba nie, ale no nie mamy
A
wyjścia.
substantial fall on unsteady ground. This is hardly a maneuver that I would describe as safe.
So let's take a moment to analyze the situation.
I'm thinking, if Gorski went down this way and didn't break anything,
Yeah, we don't know that, Yasna. He could keep going even with injury.
No widzę jego ślady, więc...
well, I'm not hanging here forever.
Nie
If
mogę
he's
zginąć, to
come up
dopiero
with anything.
drugi odcinek. Nie
There
szósty.
is a certain possibility, or rather uncertain, but maybe it's worth trying.
Astrogator, as much as I love complex analysis, I'm really sick of all this hanging.
Of course. Can you see the probe?
Złapać się sądy?
Yes. It's flying near me.
Good. If I instructed it to fly as close as possible to you, you could grab onto it.
You sure it will hold me?
That I cannot guarantee.
No dobra.
All right, let's give it a try.
Nie chcę sobie nóg
I'm
połamać.
entering the instruction. You must guide me.
Luna, wytrzymaj. Do przodu metr.
1 meter forward. It's still too far.
I'll try 1 more meter then.
Okej, teraz jest git.
Is the maneuver complete?
You could say
Ojej,
so.
Luna, przepraszam.
I fell from a lower height. It was a soft landing, though.
Jest okej? Przepraszam, Luna, nie chciałem. Trzymaj się, chodź, malutka. Łota, fuka. Gdzie ten Gorski? Luna? A, dobra, jesteś.
We had our last contact with Regis a few minutes after noon. Even then, Dr. Gorski was walking alone.
What is this place? Makes my skin crawl.
Jest
It's
flaga.
all made up of these
I
structures,
przekaźnik.
except they don't look like creations of nature anymore.
Maybe that's why Dr. Gorski, not to mention the Alliance,
Well, if we're looking for something on this planet, this could be it. These structures form entire multi-story complexes.
Boję się tych
They look
struktur.
like a city.
Are you saying that...
No, no. There's no point in jumping to conclusions yet. Left or right?
No lewo
Dr.
bardziej.
Gorski set up the flags.
So, he kept going, despite the lack of communication with the rest.
You'd have to see it with your own eyes, sir. This place. Gorski may have lost himself in his discovery.
Are you joking, Doctor? Lost himself, Gorski. He may not have respect for the unknown, but he has his feet firmly on the ground.
I think he must have discovered something. And since he suffers from
Tak mi się
excessive
wydaje, no nie wiem,
ambition,
czy tak jest.
he's capable of stupid acts in the name of a breakthrough.
Tam jest jakiś
Well,
prześwit.
admit, that sounds more like him. You must trace his steps, Doctor.
I'm working on it.
Kurde, jak to wygląda. Jest jakiś most.
Are you receiving a signal?
What signal?
From Dr. Gorski.
No, none. Why are you asking?
He tried to open up a connection, set up a transmitter.
Wow, co to kuźwa jest?
But I'll check the record history.
Jak plastry miodu.
Give me a moment.
The height of the entire complex is over 100 meters, even 150.
Tak jak było napisane, tam 150.
To a significant degree. If something were to live here,
Yes?
it would have to be very small, like
O nie!
insects. On the other hand,
Robotyczne owady.
there's no flora around to support such organisms.
Have you chosen where to go?
I'm still wondering.
There's no time to hesitate, Doctor.
Zablokowana droga, most.
We need to take decisive action.
Szczelina, zablokowana droga. Tam widzę most, tam prześwit. No, na razie to mam tylko przejście. O! Czy tu? Mogę prawo albo lewo. Ten prześwit mnie niepokoi. Ale jak wejdę tutaj... Czy ja wejdę tam na górę? Kurde, tym mostem bym spróbował. Dobra, chyba pójdę na prawo, wiecie? Jakoś wydaje się bardziej stabilnie. A za tą... A tam to nie wiem, co się kryje i wolę chyba nie ryzykować.
All right, I'll try to walk this kind of bridge.
Cześć, Luna.
2 more hours.
Do czego 2 godziny?
Gorski has left of oxygen, at best.
O fuck.
And at worst,
He's just finishing it up. Though it all depends on his activity.
if I remember correctly, there is a risk of methane poisoning.
That's right. According to Dr. Krauter, negative symptoms can appear after an hour. Maybe after a few hours. I think you'll find Gorski by then.
Let's hope so.
No mam nadzieję, że się uda, no. O fuck. Nie wygląda to stabilnie. Uj. Wygląda tak cienko.
How's the terrain? Those structures. Yasna, what's going on?
Dobra, to nie jest stabilne. Myślałem, że to jest stabilne. Myślałem, że to jest z metalu, a to jest takie kurde...
I need to get out.
To jest takie jakby coś stopione. Może miód?
Phew. The load bearing capacity.
Fuck! Skończył mi się miodek.
Maybe you should use the detector. Will indicate the thickness of the structures.
No nie wierzę.
To the frying pan.
No przecież dobrze było.
Into a hole.
Fuck me!
Damn it.
What is it this time?
Take a guess, sir.
Nie, no nie wytrzymam. Tu są wszędzie dziury. Dobra, ten most nie jest, kurde. Nie jest.
I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but the oceanic forms here are similar to those on Earth. So there should be similarities on land as well.
Similarities?
Life, astrogator. I still think there should be life on the surface of Regis III.
No ryby są, nie? Więc musi być też coś innego. No przecież po zielonym, nie? No żeż... A może nie po zielonym? No ja pizgam. Ja pierdzielę, ale to jest trudne. No przecież idę po zielonym, nie? A i tak wpadam w te pieprzone dziury. Miało być dobrze, mówili. Idź po zielonym, mówili. Pieprzone ćpuny.
Doctor, I found something after all.
From Gorski.
It's hard to tell. There are errors in the transmission header.
Okay.
I'm gonna play it, so we'll find out.
Mamy jego rzeczy. O!
I repeat, this is Gorski. Base, come in. No doubt, it's him. Now let's keep listening. But as soon as you report anything, Doctor, I'll stop the recording. Bugger. No confirmation again. I report. I've made an amazing discovery.
Mówiłem, że coś odkrył?
Structures that
Aha, że te konstrukcje, dobra.
pointed rods and slats. Mostly iron, but not only. Molybdenum, carbon, tungsten. All together similar to a giant integrated circuit. A million swarm of tangled cables. Not a trace of electric current, polarity, not even residual magnetism. Maybe once upon a time, centuries ago, petawatts or exawatts of power flowed this way. To compare with something, it's probably a machine. Some kind of information collective structure. Maybe it was some kind of electronic brain. It makes me think of the Lyrans. A race of extinct sentient beings.
O!
Supposedly, they knew about light astrogation before we invented the wheel. They had to save themselves from the explosion of Nova. They sent ships. The remains of those ships have been found, ashed to a chip glued together. I've seen hypothetical schematics. The structures here remind me of those.
Jakieś pozostałości po wyginiętej rasie.
Readings. Well, that's it. What follows is just a humming noise. Any thoughts, Doctor?
So far, it all leads to one conclusion. This is not a place for a man, nor for any humanoids.
Then who is it for?
Maybe it's really an alien technology. Those Lyrans.
As far as I know, all information about the Lyran civilization is just guesswork. Many consider Lyrans to be just a myth, so I wouldn't take it too seriously.
Well, I think there might be something to it.
Mówił bardzo przekonująco.
By the way, you were right, Doctor. Gorski did lose himself in his discovery, in spite of everything.
I can see the relay up close.
Jest zepsuty jak naszy.
This is starting to look like a deliberate diversion to me.
You may be right. The question is, who's behind all these
Lariany!
activities?
That I don't know, sir.
Są to jego pożyczone rzeczy. A czemu zostawił to? A czemu mi tam pokazuje coś? Ja coś tam ominąłem? O nie! No dobra, idziemy dalej, no. Nie mamy wyboru. Na pewno nie tu. Ślady dłoni i jest jego ten.
There are more traces. This time handprints. And a drop detector.
What? Did I hear you right?
No tak.
Yes, sir. You heard correctly. I'm afraid we must be ready for any eventuality.
Well,
Coś
I don't
słyszę.
think we should assume the worst. I still believe you'll find him, Doctor.
Aha, bo ja wykrywam tą sondę, dobra. Dobra, tu są jego...
No one of sound mind would decide to go down this way. And yet Gorski... I found something. Again.
I'm listening.
Jego rzeczy.
I suspect Gorski might have damaged his suit.
If the tear doesn't exceed 20 millimeters,
Muszę
the
przejść tam dołem.
will self-seal.
That's true.
No, puść mnie.
Nevertheless, it looks worse and worse. I found more of his gear.
Back in the camp, you reported Merritt's abandoned things.
A backpack and a journal, yes.
Brak
This
przejścia,
seems
fuck.
disturbingly similar.
Kurde. Tylko, że Marit nie żyła. Wtedy. A nie ma ja czy... O kurwa, macie znowu wy. Nie wiem, może ja mam iść po tych. A, ja mam iść po czarnych. Jakkolwiek to brzmi. Czarne są dobre, zielone są złe. Ktoś mnie oszukał, niech więc... Jebnie się. To ja źle patrzyłem i dlatego w dziurki wchodziłem niechcący. Wszystko jasne. Widzisz, Luna? Jakbyś umiała gadać, to byś mi powiedziała pewnie. Schodzimy bardzo głęboko w dół.
I'm still here, if
Dobra.
you're wondering, sir.
Tu są jego rzeczy te.
It all just takes longer than expected.
I know the situation. No need to explain yourself, Doctor. We're in this together.
Ty.
Finally, I have his position.
A visual?
Not yet.
Dobra, ale mamy już coś. Znajdziemy zaraz całą załogę.
Gorski, are you here? It's me, Yasna.
Still nothing.
Yeah. I found his backpack.
Fuck.
You know what that means, sir?
Yes, he's without oxygen.
No nie.
Must hurry.
No to już pewnie majaczy niestety.
Almost there.
Oh
There he
my
is.
god. Wpadł w dziurkę.
Got him. He's not moving.
No nie. Oddycha.
Gorski! Gorski!
Oddycha.
Look at me! His eyes are closed.
Is he breathing?
Ale oddycha.
He's alive, but barely.
Did he react in any way?
Saturation is within the lower range. Risk of tissue hypoxia.
And the reactions?
Gorski! Come on!
Calm down, Doctor. Get him out of there. The probe's already looking for a landing site.
No to będzie trudne wyciągnąć go z tego stopu.
Okay. Let me just... I'm pulling him.
Chodź, niech ci się ręka nie baguje.
Done. He's out. I activated his SOS. You should pick up a transmission with his parameters, sir. Well?
No, nothing. The transmitter in the suit must be too weak.
Fuck.
Should I retrieve his booster from the backpack?
point. Better to set up a relay. We have to do it anyway so that Hopper can land in this maze.
No dobra, to co, zabieramy go.
Have a preliminary scan of your surroundings. There's an open area nearby. You have to move Gorski there. The bloke will guide you.
But he's not stable. I must share my oxygen with him, Astrogator.
You'd need a spare for that. The protocol doesn't provide for connecting two suits at the same time.
In that case, I'll give him my tank.
Negative. I won't allow Yasna. If you freeze, the doctor won't carry you.
Fuck. No nie mam wyjścia, muszę mu to zrobić. No kurde, on ledwo oddycha. Ja sobie dam radę, nie mogę
The
umrzeć.
membrane looks intact.
What did you say? I didn't hear.
Hold on, Gorski.
I still can't hear you, Doctor. Please repeat.
Don't be angry, sir. But
But what? Please go ahead.
after careful consideration, I gave Gorski my tank. We still don't know when you'll send the lander, so I can't leave him without oxygen.
Doctor, I explicitly told you not to. Let's hope Artie can finish the job if you're both unconscious.
Dam radę. Nie jestem taka słaba jak ty. Nie chodzę z laską. Donieśmy go do strefy lądowania. O kurde, już godzinka minęła, no dobra. Teraz będzie trzeba zakończyć, tylko go doniesiemy i zakończymy sobie. Taką podjąłem decyzję, jestem dobry. Po tym, co mówił ten gościu, o tym, co się dzieje bez tlenu. O kurwa, a jak ja tu przejdę z nim? Mamy problem. I got 100 problems.
Status?
Nothing's changed, Astrogator.
Understood.
Źle poszedłam tylko. Myślałem, że mam się wrócić, ale zapomniałem, że ja przecież się przyciskałem przez dziurkę. Luna, gdzie jesteś? Spokojnie. Przepraszam, Luna, zgubiłam się.
Are you out in the open already?
Sort of. Yes.
Once you set up the transmitter, I should start receiving Gorski's signal.
O kurwa. Dobra, ale można wykryć dziurki. Podoba mi się animacja, tak jak to się fajnie rozkłada.
Here it is. Pulse, heart rate, saturation, almost within the...
What the fuck?
What was that?
I don't know. Everything is shaking.
Kurwa, statek matka się obudził.
No! No!
Nie. O nie. Chujowo, Luna, pomóż! Dziękuję. What the fuck?
The probe, I'm... Fuck! Flying!
Chujowa. Zapisała się gra.
What was that?
Ale to, co będzie dalej, zobaczymy w kolejnym odcinku. Stawiajcie łapki w górę. Subujcie kanał.
Astrogator, I'm underground.
Dobra, poczekajmy, jeszcze sobie niech pogada.
It's hard to determine my
Dobrze, mu
exact
zostawiłem
location.
tą butlę.
Novik, Do you copy?
Tylko gorzej, że ja teraz jej nie
Please
mam.
come in. I'm sending an SOS. Anyone, please. Okay. Stay calm. Just keep it together.
No ale skąd mogę wiedzieć?
Heartbeats racing.
To jest właśnie życie, tu się nie przewidzi, czy ta butla będzie mi potrzebna, czy nie. A, mogłem sobie sprawdzić tętno, dobra, nieważne. Zostawiajcie łapki w górę, subujcie kanał. Widzimy się w kolejnym odcinku już jutro. Pa, pa!